We're talking with Casey Boyd, the author of Being Christian, a novel, and an advocate and, I guess you could say, investigative reporter on the issue of religious coercion in the United States military, and specifically dominionist Christian coercion. Casey, one of the things that people think is that, for instance, now that there has been that Don't Ask, Don't Tell has been repealed, there's basically just instantaneous freedom for gays and lesbians in the military, and as a result of perhaps some other cases in recent years, there has been action taken against religious coercion. But you describe hearing from a specific cadet who says, "I am gay, female, and Jewish. I am not out either as a gay person or as a member of the Jewish faith, because if I was, my life would be that much harder. It would be brutal. That's messed up, but that's the way it is." How have you gotten in touch with these folks, and what can people out there do to take action on this issue?
Well, I have to tell you, the real hero in this fight is Mikey Weinstein, who is the founder of the religious Military Religious Freedom Foundation, and he is the person that anybody within the military goes to when they have some kind of issue. And it's really like playing a game of whack-a-mole, that Weinstein exposes something that's going on and either sues or threatens to sue the appropriate, whether it's the Air Force Academy, the Air Force, the Navy. He doesn't let go. He's unrelenting. And for example, so we're all really focused on the Supreme Court hearings right now, and while we're training our eyes on that, and we're looking at freedom in the military or in regular society, what is actually going on are things like, I think it was either within the last year or 2 years, there was a class being taught at the Air Force Academy, which was for 20 years, which was essentially familiarly called Jesus Loves Nukes. And what they were teaching these airmen, these people who are going to go out and one day have nuclear payloads, what they're teaching them is how to deal with dropping a nuclear bomb, how to reconcile that with their faith. And what faith is it? This was the dominionist Christian faith. So when Mikey learned about it, it sort of became it sort of had tentacles, and he spoke to many people, and he brought it to their attention, and yes, they eliminated the course, and that's great. Same thing happened when he was alerted to the fact that on the rifle scopes that are used with every single rifle over in Iraq and Afghanistan, they had scriptural references on it, which it was about Jesus, and it also shows when one of these guns or scopes falls into the hand of an Afghan, that this really is a holy war. I could go on and on. I could go on about the airplane, the division that they changed the name of it to the Crusaders until Mikey found out about it, and they had to change it back. So that's why I say it's like whack-a-mole. Like
it's really just you and Mikey Weinstein.
Oh, it's not really me. It's really Mikey Weinstein, and I expand upon what you're saying. I am very concerned about what's going on in the military. I'm very concerned about what's going on in education and politics, and the influence of this dominionist theology upon our everyday lives. I find that as we watch the culture wars and these battles, we go from battle to battle, and we focus all of our attention on these issues. And while they're very, very important, we need to step back and look at the really big picture. To me, the really big picture is, what impact do these religious advocates have on things like the environment? Huge. I mean, they don't really care if we use up all the resources on this planet, because the end is near. It just brings things on.
Well, it's Casey, it's fascinating stuff. And for those of you that are concerned about religious coercion in the military and about free thought and freedom in this country and smart, sensible policies for our children, You've got to follow Casey Boyd's stuff on Twitter at CaseyBoyd3. Casey, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.